Hello again, I am Blunty. Windows 11 is here and Microsoft are proudly proclaiming it the best Windows for gaming ever. Except it's not. It's actually significantly worse than Windows 10 is for gaming, at least right now, because there are several bugs and issues and problems and everything that are stacking up on top of each other to make the gaming and general experience, in fact, on Windows 11 not the best it could be. Have you pulled the trigger on Windows 11 upgrade yet? Has your curiosity sunk its teeth into your dripping spinal fluid and has begun to sup at the very lifeblood of your existence? What kind of issues have you hit so far? Have you got no issues? Are you lucky? Or are you just not good enough at using your computer? You haven't tripped over them yet? Because there are a lot of issues, and it would surprise me if most people haven't tripped over at least a small one or two so far. If you have, please let me know in the down below. How was your upgrade process? What hardware you're running? Have you tripped over any issues? What do you hate most about it so far? What do you like most about it so far? So what are these various issues? Well, let's start at the top. Here's one straight from AMD themselves. This is not a story from a bunch of users. This is not a collective, mob intellect thing, or I'm having this issue and I'm having this issue and I'm having this issue. Oh, it must be a big issue. This is something both Microsoft and AMD have gotten together and gone, oh, that's a bit of an issue. How did we not catch this earlier? It seems like we should have, considering all the testing we did and the betas that are out there in the wild. And obviously AMD is a major, partner in the hardware space. Seems like they should have caught on to this one a bit earlier. And the fact that they didn't does not exactly inspire confidence, because it turns out that Windows 11 doesn't play nice with AMD processors, particularly the new ones. In particular, it has a 3 times latency increase when it comes to dealing with the L3 cache. You couple that with the fact that Windows completely ignores AMD's preferred core system, which is a system in play. These CPUs have multiple cores. Well, what the AMD processors do is they find the 2 best performing cores and they tell Windows, hey, send all the most, important work here because these ones do it the faster, and then we'll use the other cores as we need them. It's a way to increase efficiency and speed and just use the best possible hardware option right down to whichever, selecting which cores stuff runs on. It's very smart, very intelligent, and Windows doesn't cooperate at all with that. You combine the L3 cache and this issue together and you get a performance drop of up to 15%. 15% performance penalty just because you have an AMD processor under Windows 11, because that's how catastrophically inept Microsoft are. The good news about this is this issue is fixable. This is a software issue, so they're working on a patch right now. Hopefully we'll have it within a week or two, but until then, if you're running an AMD system at all, I would not even bother trying Windows 11. It's going to be worse. Just demonstrably worse. How about this one that people are discovering? Internet connectivity and Wi-Fi performance and Ethernet performance are worse in Windows 11 because there's some issue dealing with the Intel Killer architecture. Intel Killer is kind of Intel's sort of high-end, aggressively named architecture for Wi-Fi and landed apps. And chances are, if you bought a mid to high-end PC, whether it be a laptop or a desktop motherboard, you've probably got this. It's incredibly common out there, and Windows just doesn't use it properly. So it's slowing down people's internet for no good reason. So all your downloads and all your streaming and all your gaming is at risk of being slowed down by this stupid bug because Microsoft are inept and stupid. Again, Microsoft are quite aware and have acknowledged and recognized this issue and promise that it'll be fixed in the cumulative update patch on October the 12th, when hopefully we'll also get the patch for the AMD stuff, depending on how good they are at fixing problems. Spoiler alert, they're not. How about this one, the brand new search bar that's supposed to actually work? Because if you've ever tried to use the Windows search option in the start bar on Windows 10, it just doesn't work properly. It never works properly. You search for something you know for a fact is in your file system and it won't bring it up. It is horrible. It has never ever worked properly. Well, Windows 11 goes one step further on that. It doesn't work at all for some people. You can't type into the search box, apparently. So they've fixed the issue with the search not working properly by just not letting you search at all. Can't return incorrect results if it doesn't accept any search terms, I guess. Good fix, Microsoft. How about that fancy new design, that sleek new design that Windows 11 has? Well, it doesn't work for some people. Some people are finding that the File Explorer comes up looking like Windows 10, missing all the pretty stuff for some reason. This is another issue that's been acknowledged as a thing, and there is a workaround in place which involves jumping through a few hoops, but how does this not get caught? Seriously. How about that new widgets system? Windows have tried widgets before. It's never gone particularly well, and they're kind of useless and pointless and get in the way most of the time. But Windows 11 has a new widget system that promises to be sleek and elegant, and oh my god, it doesn't work. Because for a lot of users out there, they're finding that the widgets window, the place where you go to get the widgets to drag on top of your desktop and stuff, oh, it's empty. There are no widgets to pick from at all. Just a blank space. How about this one? File Explorer. Whether or not you're getting the old Windows look or the new Windows look, well, it turns out there's a memory leak in that, which seems like something they should have caught in testing as well, because File Explorer is something that, well, gets used quite a lot. I certainly use it a whole ton, like just constantly, all day, every day. Well, it turns out there's a memory leak in that when you use File Explorer, it just doesn't release the memory ever again. It just holds onto it. So the more you use File Explorer, the more memory it gobbles up, and eventually your machine grinds to a screaming halt. Or at the very least, severely degrades your performance because there's not enough memory for anything else to do its job properly. Brilliant work, Microsoft. I have no idea how any of these issues never came up during beta testing. In fact, I know for a fact the memory leak thing did, because I remember reading about it a few weeks ago before launch when one user was reporting it. They reported it to Windows, say, hey, this is an issue. You know, they were part of the beta test program, the public beta or whatever it was, preview. I forget what they named it, but they reported this. And Microsoft just went, it'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen? And all of these stack up on top of the fact that Windows were so confident in Windows 11, they actually released it earlier than planned. They went, you know what? We're ready earlier than usual. Let's just push it out there. Let's go. I feel confident. Oh dear, look what's happened. Everything's on fire. Let's look at our notes about our past Windows upgrade experiences. Oh yeah, that seems to track. Every upgrade process has been full of stupid issues that have boned people over for no good reason, except that we're terrible at testing and terrible at coding. Well, that means Windows 11 is going to plan. Excellent. Pat on the back. And those are not the only Windows issues that are out there. There are a few more specific issues that are only affecting like fresh installs instead of upgrades and things like that. But point is, there are a lot of really dumb issues that really shouldn't be issues at all if testing had been done properly or with any competence or skill at all. So please, for the love of God, do not upgrade to Windows 11. Just don't do it. Wait at least a month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. I did the same thing for Windows 7. I didn't go to Windows 8 because Windows 8 was well known to be a garbage fire. But when Windows 10 came around, I still waited quite a long time before being forced to upgrade to Windows 10 at last by a compatibility issue that I finally hit. And I'm probably going to do the same thing again. In fact, no, I can't upgrade my main machine to Windows 11 because despite that being an extremely powerful and modern processor, Threadripper, first gen Threadripper, it's not officially supported by Windows. It's only a couple of years old. Windows 11 won't support it because of the way it handles TPM. F me, I guess. My other machine does and will and can, but I'm still going to hold off upgrading Windows on that because, well, again, I'm not an idiot. I may do an impression of an idiot sometimes. I may even do idiotic things, but I'm not an idiot deliberately. And this is an idiotic thing I can avoid. Just don't let it upgrade. So if you are out there with Windows 11, you've made the dumb choice and you feel like a big dum-dum, I'm sure you'll be in the comments, oh, actually, mine went fine. I've got no issues whatsoever. Well, happy for you. Lots of other people do. Just because you don't have a problem doesn't mean it's safe to upgrade for everybody. And if you are out there with an issue, please hop in the down below. Let me know what it is and how disappointed you are. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching. I am Blunty. I will catch you next time. Hopefully see you on the weekend stream. Probably doing more New World. Far Cry 6, of course. We'll be doing that. Looking forward to that. On Windows 10, where it works. Thanks to the patrons, of course.